Welcome along, fellow time travelers. This time around, we're going to travel back in time to check out the cottages that Charlie Chaplin had built near his movie studio in Hollywood, California. So, sit back and pour yourself a cup of coffee, or a tankard of tea, or a mug of mead, or a chalice of cider, or a flagon filled with any beverage of your choice, and join me around the campfire. Before we begin, will you kindly hit the like button and share this video with others? And if you want to hear more stories like this that are commercial free, please become a member of my channel. Now imagine, in 1923, Charlie Chaplin was one of the most famous men in the world. He was so incredibly successful that he bought an orange grove on North La Brea Avenue in 1917, and he built his very own movie studio in order to produce his films. At the time, Los Angeles was growing by leaps and bounds. Charlie Chaplin figured it would be more efficient for everyone if his cast and crew could live nearby. But there simply weren't many apartments or hotels in the area to house them. And so, he purchased land near his studio in order to build residences. He began by hiring Arthur and Nina Zweibel. They were a husband and wife architectural team who went on to become known for designing very innovative courtyard apartments in Southern California. The cottages that they would design for Charlie Chaplin would be located on his property located at 1328 North Formosa Avenue. Once the designs were completed, Chaplin had his crew, who normally worked designing movie sets, construct 3 sets of courtyard-style cottages. Now, the architectural style can be referred to as storybook, but for the most part, he wanted them to be designed in such a way that they reminded him of an old English village. By the way, storybook architecture was popularized in the 1920s with other structures in the area, which I will discuss in another campfire story. But they're always made of stucco or brick, and they feature curving walls that kind of suggest pre-modern building techniques, and they have steeply sloping rooftops. You see, the idea is to create the illusion that gravity has kind of, taken its toll over the course of time. Now, the cottages are located right off the street, and there's a winding cobblestone path directly in the center. And there are small cottages to the left and to the right and at the very far end. Altogether, there are only 4 cottages. There are 2 one-bedroom, one-bath cottages. There are 2 that have 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. And there is a 1-car garage for each unit. On the right side of the path is a 2-story turret. And these cottages have leaded glass windows. Inside the cottages, there are features like hardwood floors and spiral staircases. There are beam ceilings. There are really beautiful ceramic tiles, large cast iron sinks. There are wood kitchen cabinets, and the doors and windows have their original hardware, and throughout are odd-shaped doors. Oh, and there's also a lot of built-in shelving. Just imagine walking down this tree-lined cobblestone courtyard and looking at these cottages. They kind of transform you and bring you back in time to a bygone era. It has been said that many famous stars have lived in these cottages, but I don't have any direct confirmation of that, and the chances are that those stars might very well instead have lived in one of the other properties built by Chaplin, but I don't really know. But without a doubt, Charlie Chaplin himself and some of his famous friends have been to these cottages. Now today the cottages look very much like they did back in Charlie Chaplin's day. And per the current listing, at the time of this recording, the cottages are currently fetching rents ranging from $1,795 all the way up to $2,695 per month. As you can imagine, ownership has changed hands a number of times over the course of the years. they will no doubt always be lovingly preserved as they are and cherished as they have been since they were built. Also, please remember that the Formosa Cottages, which is also known as Chaplin Court, are not accessible to the general public, so kindly allow the residents to enjoy their privacy. And so this concludes this episode of Hollywood History and the story of Charlie Chaplin's cottages on North Formosa Avenue. If you live in one of these cottages, or you know somebody who does, will you kindly let me know? I'm in Southern California all the time, and I would like very much to be able to see these magnificent cottages for myself. If you have any thoughts about the subject matter, please put those in the comments below and share what's on your mind. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Also, do you have trouble relaxing and sleeping? If so, can you do me a favor and check out the link to my sponsor below? The company is owned by a few friends of mine. I know them really well and their products work great. And their products are 100% made in the USA. Please do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or another furry friend. You'll be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.